Well, hi, and welcome to another one of Wally's Weekend Drives. You know, the weather's cooled down. Can you think of anything better to do than maybe go some off-road riding or some Jeeping in this case? You always hear people say, it's a Jeep thing. Well, right here, the 2022 Jeep Grand Cherokee 4xE. 4xE means electric. So if you look down here, anytime, and we've taught you this if you paid attention, anytime you see blue in the logo or any blue on a car at all, it's generally pointing to the fact that it's a hybrid. So this is a 2-liter inline 4-cylinder turbocharged motor with the hybrid electric motor. Combined, they're actually making 375 horse as well as 470 foot-pounds of torque. Now, when you're off-roading, the 470 foot-pounds of torque is the big deal. With this, it's a plug-in hybrid, PHEV. So plug-in electric vehicle is what that stands for. So you plug this in and the first like 29 miles every day is going to be electric. If you choose not to use that, there's a switch inside. You can actually turn it off and save that electric power for later. I did that. I drove off-road, or I got to off-road, I switched to electric and did the whole off-road trip in electric. And believe me, electric is the way to go when you're off-road. Instantaneous torque for getting out of bad situations, getting up hills, or getting unstuck. Speaking of getting unstuck, the first question I had, if this is a hybrid and it's electric and we're going through the water, how's that going to work? Okay, well, Jeep has really taken care of that. You can actually go through 2 feet of water, they say. I didn't test it, but I take their word for it because they're great engineers. Jeep has been around for many, many years, and it shows when you look at it. You're going to see inside too, this thing really rocks. But let's take a look at the side here. First thing you're going to see is 18-inch alloy wheels here with a high performance combination off-road tire, meaning it's on and or off-road. But one of the things that you're going to like about this is you can adjust the height. This will go down a little bit, or it'll go up about this much further too if you want. So when you're off-road and you're needing the ground clearance, it's right there. But when you look at the side here, all of your conveniences, just like every other car rolling down the road. You got your blind spot controls, you got your LED lights, you got everything you need. And right here, as we were talking about the plug-in hybrid, right here is what it is. Basically, you plug it in. That's a class 1 charger that plugs into your house. It's going to take about 8 or 9 hours to charge this battery. But if you go to a class 2 charger, it'll go like within an hour, hour and a half. Jeep does offer that class 2 charger. They will come out, like most electric vehicles, the dealership offers it. They'll come out and install that class 2 at your house. Let's take a look inside. This is where this thing really shines. Now, first thing you're going to notice is leather interior. Now, Jeeps have come a long way from the old CJ5s and CJ7s, but what you're going to notice there is a tilt telescopic smart steering wheel with controls, a Uconnect navigation with a 10.1-inch touchscreen in the center, and you can see it right there displayed. But this is something kind of cool. We've never had this before, and it really doesn't show up well on camera right now, but there is a screen in front of the passenger that does have an HDMI input that you can plug in, so you could actually watch a movie. Your passenger could watch a movie going down the road. That's new, that's kind of cool. And also, this actually has 4-zone climate control in it. So that means every passenger, whether you're driving, passenger up front, or the 2 passengers in the back, have their own temperature they can set, as well as all 4 seats are heated. So how often do you run into like the back seats are heated and you have your climate control too? Pretty cool. So Jeep thinks about everything when you get down to it. And if you put the back seats down, you actually have about 70 cubic feet of cargo area back here. Let's take a look here. Oh, okay, so first thing you're gonna notice right here, the blue E. Remember, whenever you see that blue, you're thinking, or if you look at the Jeep, you see it's got like a drop shadow of blue around it. That means it's a hybrid. So you can always like identify a hybrid when you see it. So if you look in here, it's huge back here. That's good. So whether it's coolers, sleeping bags, whatever you're taking off-road, or if you're not going off-road, say you're taking a road trip, think of the suitcases that'll fit in here. Now, when you look in here, first thing you notice is a real spare tire. Amen, I love that, go Jeep. Also, the plug-in charger right here, this is where it fits. So you do that, you close that, you're good to go. So when you think about what you're looking for a vehicle, if you live in an inclement climate, maybe maybe it's not like serious off-road because I should say, because it's electric, I would stay away from anything wet, just in general. They say up to 2 feet. Better safe than sorry. I don't want to be stuck out in the woods someplace with a dead battery or a dead car. But if you run down to your Jeep dealers, and there's about 160 of these floating around town right now at dealers, you can run down at $75,305. Now, your neighbor's going to help you with that $7,500 tax credit, because every time you buy an electric vehicle, our tax money goes to that person. So no different than paying for somebody else's college, you're paying for somebody else's car right here. So head on down to your Jeep dealer, you'll love this car. I'm getting almost 28 miles to the gallon.